Hello all, my name is Piotr and I build Dru guitars. I've been working on this neck blank and installing these carbon fiber stiffening rods. There are two rods on either side of the truss rod. Truss rod is fitted. It will be fitted perfectly once I cut the neck to size. Right now I'm limited to what I can do. But for the truss rod channels, for the stiffening rods, I bought 3mm router bit, which seemed obvious, but well, yeah, it is what it is. It did the job as expected. Perfect channels. These stiffening rods fit in nicely. I had to widen the channels a bit because the router bit is exactly 3mm. So are the rods. So in order to give it some room, I had to go in with chisel. And I also need to deepen them a tiny bit because they're sticking out just a fraction, and I really don't want to sand them down. This is carbon fiber. This is very bad for you when you breathe it. So I want to avoid that by sinking them in just a tiny bit. And you may remember they will be glued in with epoxy. So any room inside the channel will be filled with epoxy, and I'm not worried about it rattling or anything. It will be done nicely. So let's deepen those channels a bit. I've got a very sharp 3mm chisel. Ask me how I know if it's really sharp. And I've been taking little cuts from the bottom in places where I found the stiffening rod sticking out just a tiny bit, just to push it in. So this is my chisel. It's very sharp. I've got a leather strop here on the side, and every now and then I just resharpen it a little bit. It makes a huge difference. And the way I do it, I just go gently through the entire slot, just like you would with a plane, and it sort of catches anything that sticks out. Of course, it's not perfect, but it doesn't require a lot of cutting, really. It's 1/10 of a millimeter that needs deepening, so it's not a big deal, really. I'm not gouging huge holes in it with this chisel. I'm just taking little layers off at a time. Okay, so I've got a few places where it's still sticking out, like here. This one is below the surface. Yeah, just here. Tiny bit. Those few passes on the strop every now and then really make a difference. If the chisel is already sharp while using it, all it takes is few passes on the leather strop, and it really makes a huge difference. Right. Tiny bit more. Okay, this is perfect. This is great. What about the other channel? Here, here, and here. These two rods are fitted now nicely, they're not sticking out. And even if they do just a tiny bit, sanding will take care of it. It won't be much, so I'm not too concerned. What I need to do now is to prepare for gluing up. I've got this 2-part epoxy. I will mix it up and it gives you 3 to 5 minutes depending on temperature, so let's say 3 minutes. So I will mix up little batch to do one rod at a time. And how do I clamp it? Yeah, that will do. But because this is epoxy and it's really messy, I'm going to tape the area around so I don't leave any epoxy on the wood. This would only stop me from gluing the fretboard correctly. Which is suboptimal. I'm not sure if I want to clamp it at all. I think if I just press it down, it sets in 5 minutes, so I should be fine when I just press it in a couple places, I guess. What's the worst that can happen? I may need to sand it down a bit, which, well, I want to avoid, but if I can't avoid it, I'll do it. Right. I will need to sacrifice this brush, I guess, because I need a brush to spread the epoxy in the channel. Never done that. The stiffening rods that I installed so far were installed with super glue. I'm not sure if that's a good idea though. This being carbon fiber, I'm not sure if super glue is the best solution to glue the carbon fiber. I don't know. I've seen people do it with epoxy, and this is what I'm going to do now. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't need a lot. I'm guessing that with this temperature that we have now, it's not going to be a 5-minute epoxy, it's going to be 2-minute epoxy. Okay, let's do it. I'm looking against the light to see if epoxy is everywhere, and it is. I can pop it in, press it in, and I can wait. And take the tape off. And just like that, no cleanup. Oh, for my clothes. Okay, so this was not enough epoxy. I had to open another container, a bit larger this time. But I lost my brush now. So what I'm doing now, I don't want to tape over this still a bit sticky epoxy, but I want to tape off this second channel. So I'm going to cut along the stiffening rod channel. Okay, I'm going to mix another batch, slightly bigger this time. Mix it up well, and this is not moving anymore, which is good. And I'm going to apply it to this channel as well, just to fill the gaps. They may be tiny, but I don't like gaps in the neck, so I'm going to fill them up. Okay, so I've got a piece of cardboard now. Somehow I feel better prepared this time. And I've got a plastic card just to make it easier to spread the epoxy and also to mix it up nicely. Right, let's do it. I think that should do. It's going in the bin after that anyways, so why not? Put it in channel first. Still no idea how I'm going to clamp it. I don't want to just glue the clamp to the neck blank. I should have really prepared that before, but hey ho. Ah, this is what I was looking for. Oh, that squeeze out is very good. That means that the entire cavity is actually filled in with epoxy. It's very good. I don't think I need to clamp it, because this was a nice pressure fit, so it doesn't seem like it's lifting. The first one was. Okay, that's very good. Let's see if I can take the tape off now without ruining everything. Yes, I'm very happy with it. There are a few blobs of epoxy, but they are outside of the perimeter of the neck, so I'm not worried about it at all. Also, I can just scrape it off. So I'll be fine. I need to leave it for some time now to cure, to dry, or whatever epoxy does. That's going in the bin. And yeah, I'll come back to it once it's dry. So it's been a few hours now. It's been drying like this. And this is what it looks like now. It's not really sticky anymore, but I will not do anything to it probably for a week. I managed to fill that gap with epoxy as well. A big gouge from the Dremel. Yeah, I'm going to take it off the workbench and leave it on the side for now. Right, so with this drying, we can unpack the body now. And see what it looks like. Okay, so the template is okay. So is the tally template. And this is the body now. I've got a nice squeeze out all around, which is very good. That means the glue is everywhere. This is glued together. The top is tiny bit larger than the body, which is exactly what we want. Nice squeeze out all around. That's the cavity. That's the other cavity. And now the locating pins, one is here in the neck pocket, and the other one is in the pickup cavity. Pickup will be roughly here in this area, so it will be routed out and will disappear. I'm very happy with it. So what I need to do now is to set up my router table. Take a router bit with a bearing on top. Most likely this one. It's nice and sharp. And I will set it up so that the bearing rides on the body and the cutter cuts into the top. But there are a few spots where glue squeezed out so much that there are just blobs of glue. And I'll grab a scraper and I will scrape them clean first. So there are a few spots like this one here. There's a lot of glue that's squeezed out. And if it sits on the body, the router bit will just ride on top of the glue and won't cut evenly. If I didn't have 300 clamps on the body, I could clean the squeeze out straight away. But the access was really bad when it was all clamped. This looks like a job for a chisel. There you go. Why have sharp chisels if you can use them as scrapers, right? Okay, I think that's ready for routing. The bit needs to cut the entire section of the entire thickness of the top. And the bearing needs to ride on the body. So the body is the template now, and this bit will cut the top flush with the body. Okay, so it's nice and flush with the body blank. There are some areas where it's sticking out a bit. This is fine. I will be sanding the outline before cutting the binding channel. So all this will be perfect. I'm very happy with it. There is no tear out, nothing unexpected. This top wood is not very hard, so it wasn't very difficult for the router bit to do it nicely. One thing that was difficult for me to understand when I considered using router and router table was going uphill and downhill with the grain, and I haven't found explanation that would actually make sense to me. So I only understood how it works when I started doing it. Okay, so since the cutter always turns this way, and depending on which way you look at it, when it's installed in the router table, it's turning counterclockwise. So you always feed the material from this side against the cutter, never with the cutter, because that can cause the bit to catch the material and throw it, like it was doing with the cavity covers that I tried to route. So this is how you feed the material. But because grain is relatively straight, you end up having end grain on this edge and on this edge, and it's going in opposite direction. So when you cut into it from here, it would be flipped on the router table, but the cutter is now spinning clockwise. If you catch the grain that is sticking out like this, compared to this section where you have grain sticking out like this, and the cutter catching it and trying to lift it, there's more probability of tear out when you go against the grain. So this is called uphill, when you're cutting uphill. And when you're cutting downhill, it's much easier for the bit to cut it nicely. So some people, or for some materials, it is advisable to only cut downhill. So to do that, I would have to only cut this section and leave this one off, and then grab a different router bit, like this one, flip the body, change the bit on the router table, and have the bearing on the bottom, and cut downhill again on this side. There are router bits that have two bearings on the top and on the bottom, and they make it so much easier to do that, because you can be cutting this way, going downhill, and when you have to go uphill, you stop, you drop the router bit, you lift the router bit, flip the body, and now you're going downhill again. So there's less probability of any tear out when doing that. But since this material is not very hard, and I was very carefully going uphill with multiple passes of the same section very gently, there was no issues. I'm very happy with the result. Okay, I think that'll do for today. I've done quite a bit actually with the neck and the body. The next stage is to sand the outline smooth in preparation for cutting the binding channel on top. I don't think I'm going to do binding on bottom. I think I will do tiny round over. That'll be perfect. But the top will, well, it doesn't need a binding, but I think it will look so much better with black binding. So that's for the next time. This is actually quite hard now, so yeah, this will be ready for the next stage as well, which in this case will be cutting the outline and routing it on the router table with a template. So yeah, and that's for the next week. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Love you, bye.